Pisces, welcome in. Welcome to your general tarot reading, Pisces. We're going to take a look, see what you've got going on, see what you had going on in the recent past, current energies, future energies as well. I'm going to start with my favorite oracle, the Sacred Forest, and move on to the tarot from that. Let's get right into it. Let's pull you a few oracle cards. What do we have for Pisces? Messages for Pisces. Keep in mind, this is for the collective. It's not going to resonate for all of you. Take what you can, throw the rest away. Okay? Okay. First oracle card, Love, Wild Rose Fairy. Well, that's a good way. It's a good way to start, Pisces. You're in a loving energy, okay? Let's see what else. Protection, Guardians of the Land. What comes up with me for this is, there's a deer standing over here. Guardians of the Land, protection. I feel like a lot of you Pisces, I would say most of you, as all of us, we have beings in spirit that protect us. That can even come in the form of spirit animals. Okay, if you have a particular animal that you've always been drawn to or that you notice at particular times, pay attention to what they're doing and what you're feeling when you see them. Okay, I'll get more on these when I pull the tarot. Then we have Meandering Pathway, Flow. Some wand energy going on here. He's holding a wand there. This one, it's got the vibes of a 2 or 3 of swords. More of a 2, where you're kind of figuring out your path. Going where you feel led to go. Figuring out your direction. Taking some action. Okay. All right. On to the tarot cards. What do we have for Pisces? Messages for Pisces, please. What does Pisces need to know? Queen of Swords, first card out. This is in your recent past. Some of you may know an air sign. Doesn't have to be an air sign necessarily. Well, wait a minute. What am I? No. Yeah, that's right. You are a water sign. Don't worry, I'll be okay. This is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This is an energy of clear thinking, okay? Queen of Swords, knowing, your thoughts are in order, your mental status, goals, directions you're going. It's here with love. The Queen can also represent a mother figure, okay? Some of you may have a mother figure who kind of embodies that Queen of Swords energy. What else do we have for Pisces? 2 came out, so I'm going to take them. And look, 3 of Wands. I was just talking about it when I was talking about that oracle card, okay? 3 of Wands. Looking out, kind of, there's a sense, it's sort of a mixture of a sense of accomplishment and direction. Like, I've already put effort into this thing. Is it going in the right direction? He's kind of waiting for the ships to come in. The card, in the card, it's like he appears to be observing, but this is a wand card, which means there's action behind it. Okay, you're doing something. And then we've got 9 of Wands in reverse. So for some of you, things are a little rough. Okay, it's here with this protection oracle card. That 9 of Wands, it's kind of a warrior type of energy. It's things being a struggle. It's in the reverse. So it looks like, if you've been in that kind of energy, things could be starting to turn around for you. Okay. So what else do we have for Pisces? Future energy for Pisces. 5 of Swords. That can be some confusion mentally, some mental stress. Can be about maybe some arguments or kind of an internal battle with yourself as far as what you're thinking, your thoughts. Um, Anxiety can be starting to creep up at this point. All right. So let's go back to the Queen of Swords. Tell me more. Tell me more about the Queen of Swords for Pisces. Ooh, the Tower in reverse, Pisces. Well, the good thing is it's in reverse. Okay. Some of you went through a major type of change. This isn't your past energy. Okay. Um, it could have been something to do with, again, anxiety or your thinking processes, or maybe something to do with goal planning. The Tower in reverse, that is about big change. It's in the reverse, so the change has happened already. Could be about arguments, perhaps with a motherly figure or someone who's very um, strict, logical, and I'm going to say, nobody take offense to this if you're German. However, my mother is Queen of Swords energy through and through. Okay. They don't really wear their heart on their sleeve. They have emotions. They don't really show them. Okay. I believe she inherited this personality, or this, the way that she is. She's also an Aquarius. This is Aquarius energy, okay? It's sword energy, but my grandfather was German. My grandmother is the complete opposite, and I take after her. But anyhow, so there could have been a big change that had to do with a person like this, or this could have been your energy. We'll get more on that. It is here with that Love Oracle card. Could have even been an end of a connection that's closer to you, a relationship, okay? Okay, so what do we have with the Three of Swords, or Three of Wands? My gosh, can't talk today. I can't talk today. I was a little bit confused when I started. Some of you might be having some communication issues, okay? This can also be, these swords can also be about communication. That could be an issue, that you've been dealing with in your life, okay? Just going to throw that out there for some of you. Six of Cups. This is nostalgia. This is, sixes are about balance. Could have something to do with children here. It is here with that protection. Now, maybe some of you are currently in an energy of being protective over your children. One child in particular. It can be taxing. Okay. It's here with that Nine of Wands in reverse, which means it's getting better. And I'll get more when I grab my other deck in a minute here. So, what about the Five of Swords? Clarify this, Spirit, for me, please, for Pisces. More wand energy. That's a heavy load. You can tell from the picture. He's got all of these wands, okay? That's a 10. It's the ending of a cycle. Again, I feel like it's something about communication, or your thoughts, or anxiety. And things feeling heavy for you. This is future energy. Now, this is a lot. It's a lot of weight. It can be baggage. It can be internal struggle. A lot of you can be internally struggling with your thoughts, okay? You could be struggling on which direction to go within your life regarding something specific, okay? This is future energy. The good thing about tens, tens are about a cycle completing, cycle of your life. You go through periods where it's like, oh my God, everything for the past 3 months has been a shit show. you know, things have got to look better eventually, right? So that's the ending of some particular struggle you've had going on for some of you Pisces. So, when one cycle ends, then a new one will begin to replace the old cycle. Okay. What's your overall energy? The world. Okay. And that is about cycles. This is a number 21. Okay. There's 2 10s in this. Let's get the other deck. It's my new deck, the Wild Reflections. Let's see. Clarify the Queen of Swords and the Tower for Pisces, please. 7 of more wands. This reading is like wands with some sword energy thrown in. Okay. The only place you've shown up with the cup energy, okay, which is your energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, is right here in the current energy, and this is emotional energy. There's emotions tied to this, okay? So anyway, 7 of Wands in the reverse. That's a defensive type of energy. So I feel like when this change happened, you could have been defensive. It could have made you defensive. Let's get another one. The Moon in reverse. Now that is your energy, Pisces, okay? This is Pisces. That Moon is about, in the reverse, it's speaking of shadow work or dark aspects, things rising to the surface so that they can be dealt with. Okay? If something is behind and it's in darkness and you really can't see it clearly, you can't fix it. You can't heal it, you can't get rid of it, you can't move past it, okay? During this process of this change that I feel was in the past here, I put the tower in the wrong direction. It should be in the reverse. I feel like you learned some things. You could have learned a lot about someone else, yourself. I feel it was about yourself because this is your card. You are Moon energy. Okay, this is a card of Pisces. Things were illuminated for you. Things came to the surface. Now, this could just be saying you learned something about yourself. It's here with that Love Oracle card. Maybe there were certain aspects of yourself that had to be healed, and some of you could still be working on that allow you to expand how you show love in your day-to-day life, to other people, in the world, okay? It could be about communication. It could be about, some of you maybe got too defensive at times during conversations with one particular person or with everybody. So whatever this change was, now the tower is about a big change, okay? It's about the universe stepping in because we haven't changed that particular thing. And Spirit's like, they haven't really kind of taken care of this thing yet. And it's doing some damage to Pisces. So we're going to take a step in and we're going to correct that from our side, okay? So that tower change, it's a big one. It takes you by surprise. It could reflect breakups, a death somewhere, a physical death of someone, money loss. Take it how it resonates for you. I feel like it could have been something to do with things that you learn about communication or the way that you look at things, okay, that have to do with your life. Okay, so now we're going to go to the current energy. We've got 3 of Wands, that looking to the future. We've got a struggle here, and we've got the 6 of Cups, which is emotions, nostalgia. Can be about kids, children, grandchildren. People younger than you. Tell me more, please, Spirit, for Pisces. Okay. Three of Pentacles. This is an energy of kind of friends, teamwork, can be work. This is a Pentacle energy. It's Earth energy. It's about time, effort. Interestingly, it's a 3, and so is this 3 of Wands here. For some of you, some of the struggle perhaps or changes could be or have to do with kids or something surrounding kids or family. Okay, there's a nostalgia feel to this. And this 3 of Pentacles can be that energy of, it's like a teamwork kind of energy. For some of you, it might just be needing to maybe relax a bit more. Let your guard down when it comes to interactions with, younger people, your children, etc. Let me get another one. The High Priestess. This is a card about intuition, okay? Notice that in this deck, she's literally holding the moon, which you already have over here. This is more Pisces energy for me. It's very intuitive energy, okay? And I think, if this is resonating for you, it's kind of like you know what has to be done. I don't feel like you've always done the things necessary, or that it's kind of like on one level, what has to be done, and that could be the way you're thinking about it, okay? And that could be what this change was about, and this moon energy. So now you've got the moon and the High Priestess. The High Priestess is about balance. It's about intuition. Not just having the intuition, but actually using it. I feel like some of you maybe perhaps haven't been tapping into your intuition enough. You may be too much in your head, okay? Try to tune in a little bit more to your intuition. That could be as simple as taking a walk. Whatever that's, areas where you can be more present in the present moment. But I feel like it has to do with a connection. It feels more family related. It feels like it relates to children or people younger than you, or on that kind of there's an aspect, because this protection card keeps hitting me, okay? The energy of that card. Some of you may be overprotective when it comes to your kids, or that younger type of energy. There are people in your life who, it's like you're so protective of them. It could be backfiring. Okay, I'm going to put it that way. That's what's coming to me intuitively, by the way. Okay. Try and tap into that High Priestess kind of energy. All right. Future energy. Tell me more about this 5 of Swords for Pisces. Page of Swords in the reverse. 9 of Swords. Now we got more of the sword energy. Page of Swords again. It could be a younger person involved with this. I want to say there's some kind of communication difficulties that have been going on here. 9 of Swords. This is a lot of anxiety. That can be sleepless nights. It's confusion. It's mental confusion. Again, here with that 10 of Wands. For some of you, I feel like I need to say go with the flow more and maybe relax. That keeps coming up for some reason. Okay. Even be more childlike. If it's not directly connected to younger people or children, it could just be about tapping into your own inner child or how you used to be when you were younger. Kind of not so serious, okay? If there are things that you feel like, oh damn, like I'm just like way too serious now. Try to find some of that playfulness again. All right. Because if you don't, I feel like you're gonna kind of keep, you're gonna stay in this area of stress and anxiety. There could even be a lot of overthinking. This Nine of Swords is overthinking energy. Definitely. That's why it keeps you up at night, because you can't quit thinking about it, okay? We are our own worst enemies when it comes to that. We're responsible for that overthinking, okay? And I know too well. Okay, this one just flipped out. I wasn't even asking. Two of Swords, more sword energy. Damn. Some of you might have I don't know. There is a decision here in the future when it comes to this. And maybe that's, you could have decisions that need to be made in regards to something, and that could be where the stress comes in as well. But the feeling keeps coming up, kind of, it's kind of like a, loosen up a little bit energy here. Overprotective, kind of, wanting to protect the people you love, but it can be overboard at times. And I want to say, tap into your own energy more, because out of the cards here, you're only showing up here with the Six of Cups and with this High Priestess. And this High Priestess is here to say, tap more into those feelings. This is cup energy. High Priestess is cup energy. Tap into that intuition, because that's where the healing is, okay? All these other cards, swords and wands, okay? And the moon. So I feel like you need to kind of maybe ground yourself a bit so you can tune in more, or go back to a time where you felt kind of centered, okay? If that makes sense. I want to get some more on your overall energy of the world. Let's see what we get. Tell me more about the world card for Pisces. Again, that's about cycles, okay? King of Wands. Definitely about taking control, okay? Knowing what you want, going after it. A lot of energy with that card. Another wand card again. Okay, you've been thinking a lot, but there hasn't been a lot of movement for some of you Pisces. And Eight of Swords. More anxiety. For some of you, when you're going through changes, especially if they're big changes, I feel like that can affect you on a deeper level. Okay, nobody really likes changes. But if you're gripping too tightly and you're too much in your head, you're blocking the flow, okay? You're blocking, you can block the flow with that. If you're overthinking, okay? If you're too much in your head, because I feel the need to keep saying, like, let go a little bit, of that thinking, tap more into your emotions. It's kind of like having a chokehold on something. You need to, like, there's something there that needs to be relaxed, is the feeling that I keep getting for you, Pisces, okay? So anyhow, thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. If any of this resonated, feel free to leave a comment down below. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. Take care, and we'll see you the next time, Pisces.